Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Darkwing Duck on the NES. So in the last part, unfortunately, we died just outside the entrance to Wolf Duck's boss fights, but we're back now. And, yeah. What I demonstrated there was a quick and easy way to get past there without having to fight those enemies, so a little tip for you. But anyways, here's Wolf Duck, and he's a pretty simple boss. He's honestly probably the easiest of the first three. Yes, I said first three. All he does is he throws boxes. When he's a wolf, he might jump around. All you want to do is wait for him to turn duck again and then shoot him with the gas arrow. Well, actually, you can just use regular gas too if you want, but I prefer to use the arrow gas because it makes even quicker work of him than the regular gas. There you go. Really simple, really easy. Wolf Duck shouldn't give you any trouble. You know, he's probably the best boss to start with, or best stage to start with in the game, honestly. But now we got 3 more stages, and we're going to start with Professor Moriarty. Yep, because why not? Yep. Definitely not the easiest stage in this section, but definitely not the hardest either. And I just wanted to show off the pause menu there for a second for some reason. I don't know why. I probably should have stayed on it longer so you guys could have gotten a better look at it, but oh well, what's done is done. I mainly wanted to check, though, my extra lives, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough that I wouldn't get a game over, like when I did Super Mario All-Stars version of Super Mario Brothers. Yes, I know, it's been quite a few videos since then, and I'm still going on about that. You know, I actually finished Super Mario Brothers 2 just recently, and yet I'm still going on about how I died in Super Mario Brothers, in Super Mario All-Stars. You know, I feel so much shame for that, you know? I shouldn't have gotten a game over, but then again, I'm not the best at the original Super Mario Brothers, so why am I complaining about that? Why am I even talking about that when I'm playing Darkwing Duck on the NES? I don't know. But anyways, these kangaroo enemies, or whatever the heck they are, they dribble a ball and then they throw it at you. And it's pretty simple to dodge. Just jump, or yeah, just jump, or if you're on a platform, just go down, and there you go. They aren't so bad. Except for when you can't shoot them, like I'm unfortunately failing to do. I don't know if you can block their projectiles or not. I've actually never tried theirs before. I usually just, by nature, jump over their attacks, so yeah. Anyways, there's some gas that I'm going to want, so I'm just going to have Darkwing Duck dance a little bit for us, like I did in Wolf Duck's stage, because Wolf Duck has such a fantastic theme, don't you know? I also love Bushroot's theme coming up later, but spoiler alert, we aren't going after Bushroot next. We're going after, well, you'll see later. I will say this about Professor Moriarty, though. If you know what you're doing, he's probably the easiest boss in the game. Yeah, probably even easier than Wolf Duck, even. And you guys saw how easy Wolf Duck was. And I don't know why that robot dog disappeared. I guess it's a glitch or something. But anyways, going for this extra life because 1-ups are good, don't you know? Anyway, shoot this guy. There we go. More gas, yay! Definitely want more arrow gas for Moriarty because, like I said before, you pretty much always want the arrow gas for the main bosses. For the main enemies, honestly, your regular gas works just fine. I don't think they take too many hits for the most part. You know, these guys take 5 hits, you know, big deal. These guys take 2 hits, but again, you gotta hit them square in the head, and it's really annoying, so definitely always utilize your cape block when you're fighting these guys, because if you don't, you'll probably get hits quite a bit, and that's no good. I don't want to die, you know, dying is no good in video games, don't you know? That little cylinder type thing there was a life quarter, I like to call it, because it gives you a quarter of your health back. So yeah, it's not like the med pack, which heals you instantly. This part's actually pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie, or at least I struggle with this part. Taking out these guys without dying can be a little difficult, and I unfortunately fell to my death like an idiot there, but oh well. So what I recommend for that guy at least, well, this guy too, shoot him in the head, unless you get lucky like I did, and then drop down and avoid his projectiles. You can block the projectiles with your cape, but the problem is they're walking back and forth and there's very little room to work with. That's why I honestly think that's one of the harder parts of this level, and really just in general part in the game, because, you know, that's really hard to, they're really hard to take out, I find. Personally, you know. That's just my opinion. You know, if you guys find it a lot easier, well, good. I'm glad you find it easier, but I personally do find that to be a little tricky. And going after this guy. This guy doesn't walk all the way back and forth, so this time I can just block with my cape. So, thank goodness for that. You know, Mega Man, you should really consider getting a cape, like Darkwing here, you know? Ooh, an extra life. I am getting so lucky with these, seriously. And there's another one-up. I'm going to be swimming in one-ups at this rate if I could just stop dying in these levels. You know, I could be the new Scrooge McDuck, only instead of money, I'd be swimming in extra lives if I didn't die so much. Wouldn't that be great? Anyways, another turtle enemy. Pretty simple to deal with. Just wait for his shell to go away, shoot him, then, you know, get back down. Pretty simple. Now, you want to be careful during sections like these, though. If you fall when there's no floor on the ground, that's an instant death. Like, if I fell right now, that would be an instant death. It would qualify as a pitfall, despite the fact that there was ground down there before. For some reason, there isn't now. So I don't know how that works, but anyways, here's Professor Moriarty. So he's going to be fixing up that machine, and what you want to do, destroy it, and then kill him. Look at that. Too easy. Even Wolf Duck put up more of a fight than that. So that's my personal word of advice. Destroy the machine as quickly as you can, because then he'll come to you, fix the machine, and then you can just, you know, lay waste to him. You know, he's a very simple boss when you know what you're doing. But anyways, next up is Megavolts. And it looks like he's robbing warehouses, so we gotta go stop him. So, take us away, Launchpad. And honestly, I think this is probably my least favorite level in the game. I gotta be honest, I don't like Megavolt's stage at all. And it's all for one problem alone. We won't say it for a minute, but let me tell you now, I really, really, really hate what's coming up. Like, really hate it. There's drop gas over there, but again, I want to keep my aero gas because aero gas is superior. And yeah, I'm running out of things to say, so I think I'll talk about the show a little bit. So, anybody remember Darkwing Duck? Well, actually, before I get back to that, these are the genies. I freaking hate the genies with a burning passion. Why? You can't kill them. Trust me, it's impossible. They are unkillable enemies. And I hate that in a video game. You know, if you're going to put an enemy in the game, I better be able to kill it. You know, those red singers in Donkey Kong Country 2, screw them. I hate them. Because if I can't kill them, then don't put them in there. If you want to make them hard to kill, fine. That's a fair trade-off. But making them unkillable? Screw that. And the genies are really hard to avoid, too. There's also these magician guys and these freaking enemies that run around, and I hate those things. They're so annoying. Honestly, the level itself isn't bad. It's just the enemies. I can't stand the enemies. They're all so annoying. Except for the Eggman that we saw at the beginning. So, yeah. Not a fan of this level because of the enemies alone. But I won't say it's like bad or horrible or anything like that. It's playable, I find. But certainly it's not something I ever look forward to replaying when I replay this game. And another one up. That makes up for the one up I lost earlier. And, yeah. But anyways, I figured I'd go and talk about the show a little bit. So, you remember Darkwing Duck? And I died again. Anybody remember Darkwing Duck from the 90s? Fantastic show, don't you agree? I remember watching that all the time on Disney, and it was actually one of my favorite shows. You know, I just always thought Darkwing was a really cool character, and I thought it was cool how he was like Batman, yet he was very different from Batman, too. You know, he was very egotistical, you know. He wasn't doing it because of good intentions or anything like that. He was doing it because he wanted fame and glory and all that. I mean, sure, he did it for the good, too, but he mainly did it because he wanted the fame and attention. Before I get back to that, though, here's Megavolt. Megavolt is probably one of the more annoying bosses, in that he's just kind of hard to hit. I can't ever tell where he's going to land, so that's the only real annoying thing about him. But his pattern is very simple. He'll jump around. Like, he'll go to one side, then he'll go to the other, and he'll do an attack, whether he drops an electric ball on you like that, or if he just shoots one straight out. It seems to be random, so yeah, they're not too hard to dodge, despite the fact that I'm one hit away from dying. But, yeah, Megavolt's a pretty simple boss, I find. At least, you know, the boss is fun on, like, the level, you know? The level is just, I don't like it, you know? If it wasn't for those enemies, I wouldn't care so much about it, but, yeah, that's that. So we're on to the final level before the, final boss and final level. And, it's going to be Bush Roots levels. But anyways, as I was talking about, I always thought Darkwing Duck was a really cool character. You know, he was a bit egotistical, but at the same time, I thought that was cool, you know? If I was a superhero, I'd want the fame and fortune that comes with it, personally. Yeah, but that's just me. And, by the way, Bush Roots theme is fantastic. I'd say it's my second favorite theme behind, Wolf Ducks. And these enemies are really annoying. I hate those flowers. Those dogs in the dog houses, yes, I know, it's very weird. They're not so bad. It's just these... Excuse me. It's just these flowers I don't like. If you shoot at them, they come at you, and just like the genies, you can't kill them. So that kind of sucks. At least I don't think you can kill them. I've never pulled it off myself, so I'm just assuming they're unkillable. You know, if they are killable, please correct me in the comment section below, but, yeah, the flowers suck. Ooh, an extra life. That's awesome. And, yeah. So, as I was saying, I always thought the show was really good. Darkwing was a good character. I thought Goslin was a cool character, too. You know, Goslin was a very, very fun character, although she's not in this game, unfortunately, so, yeah. And, I also thought Launchpad was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see him coming over from DuckTales. From what I've heard, Darkwing Duck was actually not a spin-off. The creator said that no, it's not a spin-off of DuckTales or anything like that, but I still find that kind of hard to believe, because then why is Launchpad here? You know, you could say it's an alternate reality where it's an alternate Launchpad, but at the same time, you can't erase from my mind that Launchpad started off in DuckTales, you know? And I'm just dancing along to the music while I wait for this log. So, is it a spin-off? I don't know. But I do know this, the show is great. I haven't seen every episode, though, because, unfortunately, hey, Disney, if you're watching this, you want to release the rest of the series on DVD, please? Because I have volumes 1 and 2, and they are fantastic. But I really want the rest of the series, because the rest of the series is good. But, yeah, I also thought the villains were great, too. Like, honestly, dare I say, Darkwing Duck might have my favorite Rogues Gallery ever. Like, I might even like it more than Batman, dare I say it. Megavolt, Bush Roots, Negaduck, who unfortunately is not in this game, Liquidator, who am I missing? Quackerjack, Steelbeak, who else? Who else was there? There was Ammonia Pines, who was pretty cool, too. You know, there was so many great villains in Darkwing Duck. You know, I could just go on forever about how great the villains are. But, yeah, let's, move on to Bush Roots. Now, Bush Root is probably the hardest boss of the main 6. I still say the final boss is the hardest, but, he's hard in that he's going to be constantly jumping around, and every now and then he'll, summon a tree hand to throw balls at you, or leaves, or... Okay, who am I kidding? They're not leaves. They're balls of some sort. I don't know if they're supposed to be balls of sap or what, but, yeah, they'll throw that. You gotta dodge those, and, yeah. Bush Root ain't too hard, though, once you know what you're doing, so there's that for you. And, that'll do it for part 2, so join me in the next part, and we will finish this game, this very fantastic and underappreciated game, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all then. Later.